We're going to do an in-cab inspection. There's two parts to this. You got the in-cab and the three-point brake test, okay? First of all, what you're going to do is you're going to turn this key on. So we don't have no automatics in here, so I'm going to pretend that I have an a standard, okay? First of all, we're going to do is we're going to turn the key on, and we're going to watch the ABS light to make sure it goes on and off. If it does, that's an indication that the ABS system is working properly. Then we're going to safe start the truck. By doing so, I'm going to push my clutch in. I'm going to come over here and put it in neutral. Then I'm going to start the truck. Okay, now I'm going to release my clutch. I'm in neutral. The brakes are set. We're not going nowhere. Now I'm going to check my seat belt. I'm going to make sure it's properly mounted and secure. It's not twisted, flipped, frayed, or cut. I will make sure that it latches and unlatches properly. From there, I'm going to go to my windows. I'm going to check both of my door windows to make sure that they're properly mounted and secure. They're not cracked, broken, and damaged. If they were, I would fix them or clean them. I will make sure both of them roll down all the way, and that they go all the way up, because they could be used as an escape route in an emergency. From there, I'm going to go to my door mirrors. I'm going to check both of my door mirrors to make sure that they're properly mounted and secure. They're not cracked, broken, or damaged. If they were, I would replace them or clean them. And I'm also going to set them to me as the driver. I'm going to set both of them to me as the driver, right there. That looks good. From there, I'm going to go all the way up over here to the emergency compartment. I'm going to make sure that I have spare fuses and light bulbs in here, which I do, they're right there. From there, I'm going to go straight down to the windshield. I'm going to make sure that that windshield is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, broken, or damaged. If it was, I would replace it or clean it. I can't have a chip larger than a quarter or a crack wider than a dollar bill. From there, I'm going to go down, straight down to the wiper arms and the blades once again. I'm going to make sure that they're properly mounted and secure. The arms are not cracked, broken, and damaged. And I'm going to check the blades to make sure that they are properly mounted and secure, not cracked, frayed, flipped, twisted, or missing. From there, I'm going to come over here to the left side of my turn signal knob here. I'm going to check my windshield wash reservoir. Push it to make sure that it's working. It is. And I'm also checking to make sure that my wipers are working properly. From there, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to stay right here on the left on the turn signal. I'm going to check my left turn signal right there to make sure that it is working properly. Now guys, remember, you got to point out everything out in here, okay, with your finger. My left turn signal is working properly on the dashboard. I'm going to check my right turn signal, make sure it is working properly on the dashboard when it is. Then I'm going to check my bright light indicator, which is right there, and that is working properly. From there, I'm going to go to this little square box, and I'm going to check my voltmeter. By doing so, I'm going to use this negative button. I'm going to scroll down. There's the voltmeter right there. I'm going to make sure that that voltmeter is reading between 13 and 15, which it is. It's at 13.8 volts right now. Okay. Then from there, I'm going to go over here to my water temperature gauge right here. I'm going to make sure that this water temperature gauge is slowly rising to a normal operating temperature as the engine warms up. Then I'm going to go to my oil pressure gauge. I'm going to make sure that the oil pressure gauge is reading between 30 and 60 psi. From there, I'm going to go to the right to my primary and my secondary air gauges. I'm going to make sure that they're reading between 120 to 140 psi. They're right here. Okay. From there, I'm going to go straight down to the emergency flashers. I'm going to make sure that they are working properly on my dashboard right here. Okay. From there, I'm going to keep going to the right to my emergency air brake air knobs right here. I'm going to make sure that they're properly mounted and secure and they're not leaking. From there, I'm going to go straight to the HVAC system here. I'm going to check my fan motor. I'm going to check my temperature control. I'm going to check the defrost to make sure that it is working up here on the dashboard, which it is. Okay. From there, I'm going to go straight to the floor. I'm going to check the floor for any foreign objects or debris that can roll around and get stuck on my accelerator pedal, my brake pedal, and my clutch pedal and cause an accident. From there, I'm going to go straight to the pedals. I'm going to check my accelerator pedal, my brake pedal, and my clutch pedal. First, I'm going to check the accelerator pedal, make sure it's not sticking. I'm going to check the brake pedal, make sure it's not sticking. I'm going to check my clutch pedal for any excessive free play on it. Okay? From there, I'm going to come up over here to the steering wheel. I'm going to make sure that the steering wheel does not have excessive free play on it. Then I'm going to check my city horn and my air horn to make sure that they are working properly. That's part of the in cap. Now we're going to do a 3-point brake check. We're going to start off by doing a tug and pull. First of all, I'm going to push my clutch in. I'm going to bring my truck, I'm going to put it to a low gear. I'm going to push in my parking brake. And by doing so, I'm going to slowly release the clutch until I feel a slight tug. Feel that tug? There you go. Push my clutch in. I'm going to reverse this process. I'm going to release the parking brake, and I'm going to release the trailer brake. I'm going to set the parking brake, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make sure that I release the clutch slowly until I feel a slight tug. There it is. Now I'm going to set the trailer brake. Now, with my clutch in, I'm going to tell the examiner I'm going to leave my truck in a low gear so that it can act as a brake for the duration of the test. So now, I'm going to come over here with my left hand. I'm going to turn off the truck. Now, I'm going to turn the key on to the on position, but not starting the truck. And there it is. I'm going to allow my gauges to reset. Once those gauges reset, I'm going to release my brakes. My parking brake is which is yellow, and my trailer brake is which is red. I'm going to release them from right to left. Now, I'm going to allow that air to stabilize. Once it stabilizes, now, before I do anything, I'm going to tell them what I do and what I'm looking for that it doesn't do, okay? Does that make sense to you guys? Now, I'm going to tell them I'm going to administer a surface brake test. I'm going to apply firm pressure to my surface brake for 1 minute. I'm going to make sure that I do not lose no more than 4 psi in a combination and no more than 3 psi in a single. And then I would reach over and I ask him, can you time me? That way you guys don't shortchange you guys yourselves, okay? It's got to be 1 full minute. And if he tells you you're good, you're good. So, you're going to tell him, go ahead and start timing me now. So I'm going to apply firm pressure on this brake. Okay, holding it. Holding it. So, a minute's over with. Okay, now I'm going to tell him, as I held firm pressure on my surface brake for 1 minute, I did not lose no more than 4 psi in a combination, nor did I lose no more than 3 psi in a single. So that is working properly, correct? Now you're going to tell him, now I'm going to fan my brakes right around 60 psi until my emergency buzzer comes on and my low air brake light comes on. Okay, now I'm going to fan them. There's the buzzer, the low air light came on right there, okay? Now you're going to tell him that is working properly. You're at 60 psi. Now you're going to tell him I'm going to continue fanning my brakes to right around 40 to 20 psi. My emergency brake knobs should pop out, okay? So now I'm going to continue fanning them. There they are, both of them. You want to pull on them, make sure they're both out. So now you're going to tell them right around 40 to 20 psi, my emergency brake knobs did pop out. So that is working properly, correct? Now you're going to tell them, now I'm going to safe start my truck. By doing so, I'm going to push my clutch in. I'm going to take it out of a low gear and put it in neutral. I'm going to restart the truck to allow the air pressure to build back up from 120 to 140 psi, or until that governor cuts out. That concludes the in-cab inspection and the 3-point brakes. If you guys do it exactly like that, you guys should have no problems in passing.